Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. And the season is so close. We are here for the preview of Rotherham United versus Plymouth Argyle, our first game of the season, and it's away to recently relegated Rotherham. You couldn't have asked for a harder start. Rotherham should be up there. You know, they should definitely be one of the teams in contention for automatic promotions, maybe heck even the league. But Argyle with a new look defence and the same midfield and attack from last season with a couple of additions that if you watch the first Argyle show we went through. But I'm joined by Liam. Liam, how are we doing, mate?
Yeah, all good, mate. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all good. Obviously, as I said, it is that new look defence. And what a test for them to start with. And the return, well, not the return, that comes later on in the year, but we're meeting Freddie Ladapo again this season, and it will be the first game of the season that we go meet him. So hopefully for him, former Argyle lad, obviously, hopefully he has a shit game, doesn't score, and we keep a clean sheet. Hey, heck, if it was last season, we would have conceded 5 goals, and I'd have been blaming our lonely defenders. Luckily this year, we've actually went out and got some experience in that back line. So it'll be really interesting to see how they do tomorrow and this season, obviously. Liam, we can never see what you're saying on your phone, mate. I can't. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Obviously, we'll get to that, obviously, closer on in the time. But yes, obviously, new look defence, new season, and fresh ambitions. Where do we think Argyle's going to finish this season? I think top half isn't completely out of the question, but a good start would be nice. What are we going to look at today? Well, we're going to look at our opponents. Obviously, Rotherham United. We're going to have a little look at their manager, what he's achieved. We're also going to look at where they were last season. Obviously, we know they were in the Championship and how their pre-season has gone so far. So lots to get into today. So let's get straight into it. The first thing I want to say is their stadium looks beautiful. I'm just going to say that now. Their stadium does look beautiful. So well done, Rotherham. The New York Stadium does look absolutely beautiful. Credit where credit's due. Big up the panel back from holiday, ready for a new season. Can't wait. Yes, it's that new season. And the best bit with obviously no Premier League is we get all the attention on the 3 divisions. Not that Sky would notice that because it's all Championship, isn't it? I mean, who the fuck are League 1 and 2? I've always said I'd love them to auction our stuff to BT. Just give Leagues 1 and 2 to BT. They will do a good job on it. They'll actually show us our matches. But no, it's away. First game of the season. Liam, before we get into the nitty-gritty of looking at our opponents and how we think the game's going to go, how optimistic are you about going to Rotherham? Yes, I do know it's not in New York. It is not in New York. But no, in terms of optimism and the start of the season, how optimistic are you about the Rotherham game for us?
Obviously, I think it's a good test for us. Obviously, coming down from the Championship, they will want to go and get back up to the Championship. So yeah, get this game out of the way first is good. But yeah, I am optimistic for this game. I think, obviously, I'll get onto our predictions later on. But yeah I'm quite optimistic for this game, especially new defence for us. Let's see how we do with our defence. Hopefully, we can keep out Freddie Ladapo. If we can do that for I don't know, for like 70 minutes. If that,
hopefully we can keep him out for the whole game. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Just to keep him out for the whole game. That's ideally what I'm looking at. Now, Argyle there were pictures of the boys in their pre-season look, but oh yeah, there it is. That's what I want. But yeah, obviously, as you said, it is. It's a tough game, obviously, as we've said. They were in the Championship last season, which, you know, hey, that can be tough. That can be a tough league. It is a tough league. Not that we would know about that just yet, but, you know, we are slowly getting there. But no, it is a tough league, and it is going to be a tough game. make no illusions. It is going to be a tough game. It's going to be really tough. They're a good team. Their manager has been with them for quite a while indeed. But let's get into it. Let's have a look at our opponents. Obviously, we know it's Rotherham United. Now, let's have a little look at their manager to start with. He's been there for almost 4 years. It's pretty much 4 years if you take on when he was caretaker manager, obviously. And since then, he's won the playoffs. He's been League One runners-up, so he knows how to get out the league, right? This guy, Paul Warne, knows how to get out of the league. Make no mistake about that. This guy knows how to get out of League One, and he's proven that. Keeping them in the Championship with obviously 2 relegations doesn't seem to be quite a strong point at the moment. Look, I'm not a Rotherham fan, so I don't really understand why they can't stay in the Championship. Maybe it's budgetary reasons, maybe it's the manager. But hey, if there's any Rotherham fans watching, let me know. How come Paul can't keep you in the Championship? But I suppose one thing is he definitely can bounce back from that. He's got 33% win rate as well, which is, I think, really good. It is a really decent win rate. I genuinely, I do firmly believe that. I do apologise if you can hear people shouting in my house. I'm going to shout at them later. But no, it's a really decent manager, Chris saying another player to watch out for from Rotherham is for Josh Coyote. Been on loan at Carlisle past 2 seasons. Talented forward. Whether he starts for them is another thing, but he is a threat for opponents. I don't know if he will start. I mean, Freddie Ladapo definitely will start. He's a talent that we know fresh from Argyle. So, yeah, I mean, obviously, they're a strong team. We should expect a tough challenge. Rotherham are not going to be easy fish to fry, that's for sure. But heck, there's not many easy teams in League One. It's part of the reason. Wasn't that the reason why Argyle fans want to be in League One and even higher? Because we are playing the tough teams. We're playing teams like Rotherham, Pompey, Wigan, Bolton. We're playing tough teams, teams with experience, with history. So I think we're wanting that challenge. We always say when we're in League Two, we're far too big for that league, and we are. So it's going to be an interesting one. But of course, they're going to have threats that we need to handle. Yo, lads, how we doing? Great to see us preview. And who said Rotherham United Stadium in New York? I don't think anyone did. Warner? Is it Warner? Warren? Knows how to get his teams back up. He does.
I don't care.
As a Rotherham fan, I'd watch out for our winger. I've absolutely no idea if you're trying to... I'm just going to say Ogbeni. I have no idea who he is. I've absolutely no idea who Ogbeni is, but no, I do appreciate that. Big up to Prime as well, my man Prime. We're all good, but big up to Prime. Obviously, we have got all the individual shows later on, so what a start to the day. Before we get into all that Premier League crap that we do, let's talk League One. But that's a bit about the manager. A very good manager at this level, knows how to get his teams back from relegation, from a Championship, and knows how to get them back out via the playoffs or via automatic. So a decent...
Match day 2 onwards.
He's a winger for Rotherham. He's not clickbait. Okay, I can never tell these days. So many people try it, and if it's someone I can't say, it is a tough one. Definitely going to be a close game tomorrow. It definitely is. I mean, we've got a new look defence. You know, we'll see how we do. I mean, we've done all right against Championship sides. It will really see how we're doing against the other lot. In the league, it's going to be a tough one. If you had played us last season, mate, your forwards having a party. They're quite. If it was last season, they're feasting into a trifle. Because our defense was actually shocking. DC says, "Let's go Argyle." Love it. My schedule lately has meant that I've missed out watching these shows live, but I'm here now. Massively appreciated it. Love to see it. I'll keep you in the background. Take care, bro. You too, mate. You too. I hope you're getting there as well. Dylan says Messi to Argyle. I don't quite think that's quite going to happen. We don't quite have the money for that. And last I heard, he rejected the 25 pasties a week that we offered him. I don't know why. I think it was because they were against us. Heck, if they were a different brand, maybe he would have accepted the pasties. But Ginsters, nah, he wasn't accepting that. But that's a look at the manager. Next, we're going to look, obviously, where they were last season. They were relegated. But the thing that I want to point out here, the thing...
Say if it was
are you able to do more transfer talk? I know you're busy. Not today. It will definitely be. There is going to be a lot more transfer talk. Don't you worry about that. There's lots to come. But the thing I want to point out here, they were relegated, yes. Look at that goal difference. Look at that goal difference. That suggests to me that either they were ridiculously hard to break down or they just scored a ton of goals. I'm not sure which one it is. I didn't look further into it. But maybe they shouldn't have been relegated. Maybe that is showing that team arguably shouldn't have been relegated. And I think the key bit is they've kept a lot of the team. They haven't gone mad in the transfer window. They haven't, bought a load of players, but they have kept the bulk of their team and they've improved it as well. I mean, we'll go into some of the signings they've made. They've made a couple of decent signings. So I'm watching out for Rotherham this year because I do think they'll go up. I do think they will go up. They're a very strong team, in my opinion. Chris says, Messi are coming, Carlisle. Simple as that. Love to see it. Yeah, we lost a load of games 1-0. That is gutting. Right, so you were the opposite to us, where you couldn't break down a team, but you kept teams out for quite a while. And we let teams, our defense was like a prostitute and our forwards were banging in goals. So yeah, complete opposites. Rotherham, very unfortunate to go down. That is a bit mad. A very good team. It just shows they're definitely going to be a contender for promotion this year, without a shadow of doubt. Derby so lucky to stay up. Yeah, Derby, those lucky bastards. But to be frankly honest, I mean, Wycombe Wanderers, that is a club I do detest. I do detest Wycombe Wanderers. I do not want to face them this year. They are such wankers. I'm just going to put it out there. They're wankers. I hate them. Yeah, Messi, PSG does seem likely. Derby going down there. Oh, yeah, 100%. They're in more financial trouble than the British government right now. And that says a lot.
Yeah.
How many pasties? Well, I was surprised he rejected that. Yeah, as I said, it was the brand of pasties. Rotherham will go back up. Always yo-yo club between Championship League One. Yeah, and obviously they were unfortunate to even be in League One this year. I mean, heck, if just one of those games, one of those 1-0, if they had just got one win, they're staying up. So really, really harsh on Rotherham, but they're going to storm this league into a different planet, which we love to see. Messi has just come into Carlisle for the catering. Yes, the catering I've heard is wonderful. The other thing I do want to point out is it's probably good to play Rotherham now, because I've said this before. It's good to get them fresh after pre-season, because they haven't been able to build up a head of steam at the moment, which I suppose is the positive bit, because my God, when Rotherham pick up a head of steam, I do not want to take that on. So getting them out early, we might be able to nick it, We might be able to nick it. The game, I think, got us relegated. Ouch.
Jesus.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's not good. I mean, how did you... I want to ask, how did you concede 3 goals to Wycombe? Not many clubs do that. And Wycombe normally get 1 goal and then time waits for the next 80-odd minutes. Beautiful tactics. Beautiful tactics. Really frustrating when they come down to home park. But Liam, Rotherham, they were relegated, but looking at all of that, it suggests to me that, maybe they shouldn't have.
Nah, I mean, so if it was 47 games in this division, they would have stayed up. Because I would have thought Wycombe would have got beat. So I don't know, Bristol City, just for example.
Yeah.
probably was Derby probably would have gone down as well. So yeah, I don't just lose like the Rotherham fan said, losing games 1-0. It's a kick in the teeth, really, isn't it? 1-0. So
Yeah.
we've seen that before, where we've
Not last season, we didn't. Not last season.
No.
Last season we saw something completely different. How many goals did we lose more than 2-0? I can definitely remember the 6-0 against Charlton. Don't go into it, Liam. It upsets me when I think back to what we saw. But no, I do agree with you.
Yeah.
It is tough for them. It is gutting. He says we played well. They just finished their chances. I mean,
yeah,
maybe they played different football to how they normally do. What Wickham made you go down? They said to you, "We go down. You're coming with us, bitches." Then score 3. That is brutal. That is true. Chris says Rotherham best place to come straight back up out of all teams relegated from the Championship last season. Yeah, you definitely think so. I mean, Sheffield Wednesday have got financial difficulties and problems, but they're probably going to, as the season goes on, get up there. Wickham, I mean, they shithoused their way up there in the first place, and I don't think they were in any position to really stay in the Championship. So, yeah, I would say Rotherham are a best place to go straight back up. I think I had them second in the league. I think I had them runners up to Ipswich, and Ipswich are moving mad. If any of you have watched seen what Ipswich have done this summer, they have moved absolutely mad. I mean, they've even brought in... They're looking at bringing in Louis Barry. I mean, when I saw that, I was like, fuck off. I'm done. I was not happy. It's a kick in the teeth if you played well in them 1-0 defeats too. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, what were you going to say, Liam?
I mean, if you want to know the betting odds for tomorrow's games, it's 4-5 Rotherham, 11-4 for the draw, and 10-3 for Argyle to win.
I never look at betting. I never look at betting. The bookies don't have a freaking clue half the time. I remember in 17-18 when we were in League One and we had a stupid home run of winning by 3 or more. Yeah, that was mad. I remember one game. You came down to Home Park and we won by a penalty by Graham Carey, I think. Absolute madness. Brilliant scenes. We love to see it. Wickham were lucky to get promoted because of points per game. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. But we also benefited from that because I think our 3-0 win against Mansfield or Macclesfield basically put us in there to get the points per game, which was good.
Can I just ask, why is Charlton against Sheffield Wednesday 5:30 kick-off tomorrow? Any reason?
I don't know. Probably live. I have no idea, mate. Might be policing issues. Depends on it depends if Sheffield United are home or away when they're playing, blah blah blah. All these sorts of things. It changes. People, believe it or not, Liam, I'm not in control of when people play their fixtures, mate. So there's no point asking me. Yeah. I think we were lucky to go up that year because we started playing bad just before the COVID stuff. Yeah, that's the opposite to us. We sort of, when we were in League Two, we started flying at that time, absolutely bulldozing teams. And Ryan was apparently really annoyed because he had us to win the league. If we had done the whole season, we would have won the league, and we had Exeter coming at Home Park, and he wanted to teach them a lesson. Big up to Wolf in the chat as well. But look, moving on from there, because we don't want to upset the Rotherham. 1 minute, Liam. I don't want to upset. No, we're not talking. No, we're not talking about the scum. If you want to talk about the scum, you can start up. Let's talk Exeter City if you want. I don't want to talk about the scum. Rotherham, they've made a few new signings. Obviously, these aren't all of them, but these are the key ones I wanted to look at. I'm a Plymouth Argyle fan this season. We love to see it. But I do want to look at a few of the signings. Ollie Rathbone from Rochdale, left back, I think. A very good player. Does cause a lot of problems for a lot of teams. So he's come in for Rotherham as well as Shane Ferguson, let go from Millwall in the summer. He's found himself a new home in League One with Rotherham. So he's also like 30 years old. So he's got a lot of experience under his belt. Ollie is 24 years old. So there's a lot of, you combine that, that's a lot of experience. And Ollie has got a lot of experience in League Two. We'll see if he can make that. Rochdale are in League Two, aren't they? Yeah, they are. We'll see if Ollie can make that jump up to League One. I've no doubt he will. He absolutely is a real talent. And Rotherham picking up two really good key signings there. And I want to say key because they have signed some others. I'm not too interested in them, to be fair. I'm sure they're good. But these two I really wanted to pick out as really key signings for Rotherham this year. I mean, Ollie from League Two, Rochdale, was making that jump up to League One. I've no doubt he'll be able to do that. And Shane dropping down from a championship, going into League One, but with a ton of experience under his belt. You'd have to say, Liam, wouldn't you, that these two are really key signings for Rotherham this season and really helping elevate that team that maybe they were lacking last season, maybe?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, two good signings for them. Depends how they start in the season. But obviously, Ollie what's his name? Ollie
Rathbone, I think.
Rathbone,
don't quote me on it.
Yeah, Ollie Rathbone. Very good signing for that one, to be honest, because League Two, Rochdale now coming up to League One for Rotherham. It gives him a good experience of another season League One. See how
I'm pretty sure. I swear he broke into the team really young as well, like 17 or something. Mad when I first heard his name.
Is he like 19? Is he?
No, he's 24, mate. Makes me he's a year younger than me. It makes me sound ridiculously old that I can remember. He broke in at the age of, I think he was 17 or something. Very young player. I could be on about a completely different player, but he broke in very young.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah. And obviously, Shane, as I say, with all of that experience in a championship, that's got to help Rotherham this season, hasn't it?
Yeah, 100%. He should be getting I don't know, 12 to 15 goals.
But he's a midfielder. I don't know if he'll get goals, but
I didn't know.
Yeah. But he's got a ton of experience. I think really is going to help.
Yeah.
Only thing I've wondered is why we have done our business the week of the start of the season. Yeah, you hadn't really bought players, did you? And then out of nowhere, you sort of got these two. I mean, maybe I'm not sure when you got Shane. You must have got Shane quite early on, surely. Ollie, I think you're probably looking around. I know you played Rochdale in pre-season, so maybe your manager looked at Ollie during that game and was like, "Simon, I need that." Maybe, I'm not sure. It is a bit of a weird one. I mean, we got all our business done pretty much really early, the bulk of our business anyway. Obviously, a couple of loanees will probably come in between now and the end of the window, but I doubt we'll be doing much more. But that's fine because I think we've done good business. No, only Ferguson like a few weeks ago. Well, that is a bit mad. Maybe your manager was just looking around. Maybe it was getting the right players in instead of panicking like you see so many championship clubs do. Panicking, going, who do we need to get? Maybe it was just a case of having a look around, seeing what there is, making the decision. It is slightly weird though. It is really late in the game, late in the pre-season to be making these signings. But that is an interesting one. Yeah, we was looking at Rathbone before that game, and he played class against us. It was probably that game against you that made you lot go and sign him up now. I'd have taken him at Argyle. I absolutely would have. I am slightly jealous that you've got him
in the starting lineup, though?
Oh yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, right now, yes, I think he's better than Ryan Law. Over George Cooper, maybe not, because Ryan has a really specific way of looking at playing, doesn't he? He plays with those wing backs. And Joe Edwards ain't one to really be crossing the ball left, right, and centre, is he? So you do want that sort of hit, don't you? And that does come from Coops. So maybe odd one. It would have been an odd one if we had got him. But moving on, indeed. Let's look at their pre-season so far. So they've had an interesting pre-season, as have we. We drew against Bristol Rovers. We've had 3 championship losses. But you know, their games. Obviously, I was one against a local side that I did absolutely not put in. Charlie says, "How's it going, lads? How's it going?" We've done that, mate. It's natural. The way it is, the way the pre-season goes. If you're the bigger club, you tend to be travelling away. If you're the smaller club, you tend to, you know, go home, stay at home. It's really, really easy. The bigger club travels, the smaller club stays at home. That's the way I've always seen it.
Yeah.
Revenue, making the money, fairer, interesting. That's normally the way it does it. Don't even think we'll start any new signings by Ferguson. Maybe Doffin. Yeah, maybe. Does Rathbone not get into your lineup? Maybe not. It'll be interesting. Buzzing for a season to start now. My ticket for Mansfield finally came today as well. A bit late than ever. Yeah, leaving it a bit late. The game's only tomorrow, but you know, at least you have the ticket. At least you got the ticket.
They must have thought Robo was in League 2. Oh, bless them.
All the best this season, mate. Hopefully Plymouth do well for you both. You are legends. Thank you, Chris. But let's look at, I was about to say Rochdale's. Let's look at Rotherham's pre-season today. So they drew away to Rochdale 2-2, hardly surprising, first game back after playing one of their really small local clubs. Obviously you got the 2-2 draw away to Rochdale. Let's not look too much at these fixtures. I don't think so because of Miles, Lindsay and Balassa. Interesting. I think we'll play a 3-5-2. Well, keep watching, and I've already. If Ryan Lowe has got any brains, he'd be watching this because I've done a lot of research here.
I've already seen it, by the way.
Catering menus back at stadiums, love to see it. Yes, absolutely. But they started with a 2-2 draw away to Rochdale. Then they went and smashed Harrogate 3-1 before going to Grimsby with a 1-0 win there. They then ended their pre-season with a home draw to to Newcastle United and a 1-0 home loss to Middlesbrough. Now, we also play Middlesbrough. We lost 2-1. So clearly, we're both going to be quite up there, you would think. If we play like we did against Middlesbrough, maybe, we both only lost by 1 goal. So it should, in theory, if we look statistically and if we look based on results, should be a close game. But Liam, instead of looking too much at results, just summarise in general, how do you think Rotherham's pre-season has gone for them so far?
Yes, very good actually, to be honest. Apart from, don't want to sound a bit harsh or anything, but apart from the Rochdale result, it's been a good pre-season for them. Don't want to sound a bit harsh or anything to Rotherham fans, but you should be beating Rochdale. Yes, it's first game back, but realistically, you should. Yeah,
that's precisely the reason why they probably didn't win it, is because it was first game back, first season back. Yeah. Very, very difficult to play first game back. I mean, we always play our local sides for the first 3-4 games in pre-season, then move on from there. Yeah, normally, but no, look, as I say, you can't look too much into results because they just don't. The results to look closer, the Middlesbrough, the Newcastle ones, they're the ones that I would be looking at going, okay, let's look at those. Because they're towards the end of pre-season, the players are starting to build up their fitness, starting to really get back into the routine. Obviously, any new signings, but if I had a bit of time to gel, so I would be looking more at Newcastle, Middlesbrough, instead of first three. I think first three fitness is key.
I want a Premier League side next pre-season.
I don't care about it. I don't care who we get. I'm quite happy playing Championship sides. Really am. I am quite happy to play them. But, yes, it is the return of Freddie Ladapo. Now, Argyle are going to meet Freddie Ladapo again. Actually, we've not meeting him since he decided to go off when we got relegated or season after. The season before, might have been season before. I'm not too sure. The years have flown by. They all get mixed together nowadays, especially with the whole coronavirus that happened. But Freddie Ladapo, what do we know about Freddie Ladapo? Well, we know he's bloody lethal in front of goal. He'll get goals easy. He'll easily get goals. I've obviously picked him out as one of their main threats because we know so much about him. Now, the team has completely changed, mind you, since he was last here. I'm trying to think back if any of them are still actually at the club. And the only one I can even think that would have been in around the team that year would have been Mike Cooper. I think Mike Cooper might be the only one who was in and around that team for when Freddie Ladapo was there. I'm trying to think now. Maybe Conor Grant. I can't remember when he came. He's been here a while though. Love the kid. Love the lad. Yeah, not many. Maybe Houghton actually. Thinking about it, Houghton might have come on loan that season. Yeah. Either way, not a lot of our team would have met Freddie Ladapo. We all have. We all know very much about Freddie Ladapo. Some comments here. You should beat team in league below you, but end of the day, still pre-season. Carlisle, perfect pre-season, but when season comes, we could end up not having a good season. Mate, Argyle lost to when we got promoted from League Two, we lost a lot of games in our pre-season. I think we may have even lost to Truro City. You know, shit's going badly when you're losing to Truro. No offense, Truro.
Yeah, well, mate, lost to him.
Yeah, well, you know, but sometimes pre-season is really just what it summarizes. It's just pre-season. He just sometimes misses easy chances. Yeah, that's true. Every striker does that, though. Well, it depends, really. Does he miss the chances that Werner would miss? If he's missing chances Werner would miss, he's changed. But no, look, he is a main threat. He's also quite tall as well. Ladapo definitely a main threat. He is going to be one, and he will get goals. How many goals did he get for Argyle last when he was in League One? Freddie Ladapo.
Talking about Carlisle's pre-season, they scored 22 goals.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't really care if I'm being real. We did get 500 grand for him though. Love to see it. Right. I'm trying to find his goals.
Swindon.
Submenu, stats, all seasons. Excellent. That's what I want. So, oh no, I don't want that. Yeah, I do. Right. So when he was with us, he got 18 goals. That season he was with us. 18-19 he was with us. 18 goals in League One for us that season. He got 14 for Rotherham the season after and got 9 in the Championship. So he is a threat. He will get goals. There's no doubt about that. So yeah, he is definitely a threat. We definitely have to be wary of him. That much I can tell you for free. Just looking at more of his stats. Where did we pick him up from? Southend. He was on loan. I think he was released by Palace, when we picked him up. But yeah, Freddie will get them goals, that's for sure. Scored 2 worldies last year. Let's hope he's not scoring worldies this season, eh? Well,
he can score
this game anyway.
Match day 2.
He can score worldies against other teams, ideally not against us. I'm going to be fair. I hope he has a really shit game tomorrow, to be honest. But the last bit, and it was interesting because I've done my research, as you can tell. Rotherham's usual formation is a 3-5-2. That is what they played a lot last season. Do I think they're going to change that this season? I do not. I absolutely do not think that they will change from that. So it's a tactical battle that is not a tactical battle anymore, because guess what? We also line up in a 3-5-2. So we're both lining up man for man, right? Now it's about which player can do better. It's player v player. So we both line up the same. It's about which players turn up. It's simply very clear. Which players turn up and all of that lovely stuff. He's laughing when I said Ladapo to have a shit game, hopefully. Loved the intro for this stream. Thank you, Chris. I made it all by myself. But yes, their usual formation is a 3-5-2. They played that a lot last year. I think it was something like 13, 14, 15 games. Something like that. One minute, Liam, 1 minute. I think that they are going to stick with that. The 3-5-2 is played with a lot of games last year, just under half their games in the league last year. Now, he did change it up a couple of times, but this was his trusted one. And I think it's going to be his trusted formation this year as well, which does mean, again, also similar for us. Now, for us, this midfielder, if you can see my mouse, midfielder in the middle, you cannot see. The midfielder in the middle, up for us, will drop a bit deep. He'll act as sort of anchor man, sort of deep line playmaker, shield the back three, allow the wing backs to go forward. For Rotherham, I simply don't know how they play with their 3-5-2. Could be a variable. You never know. That midfielder in the middle could be a bit more advanced and play at that sort of cam role. We don't really tend to do that. We sort of allow the six to sort of roam with that one guy sort of staying back and shielding, go into a back four when offensive, move into a back five when we are defensive. So that is how we tend to set up. Not that I need to explain that to our Argyle fans. If you know your stuff, you know your stuff. But that is how I see us really targeting this match. Should be a really interesting game. And a game I'm excited to deal with and to see how we handle the game. I am really quite excited about it. As I said, we can get that result. We can just sneak a win. Now, the other thing I want to do is have a look at our preparations so far. So let's have a look at how the boys are doing. We got some pictures straight away, obviously, starting with Coops. Gotta love Coops. Do love Coops. It's a weird one with us, but Balaza usually is a deep line playmaker. Yeah. I mean, that's similar to what we're going to use Houghton this year then. Houghton or Randall, whichever one of those two play. Very similar to how we're going to sort of set up then. Not surprised, if I'm being completely honest with you. Chris saying, I'm saying 1-0 Rotherham. Hopefully I'm wrong. You lads definitely be a tie game. It definitely will. As you can tell, in Plymouth, it's been a bit wet today. Throughout the whole of Devon, I think. Judging from Cooper, either that or he's sweating profusely. And if that's the case, I would love to know what Ryan Lowe has been getting Cooper to do. My suggestion is it's been raining cats and dogs down here. But that is obviously Coops, obviously getting a bit of goalkeeping before the start of the season. He should be in goal tomorrow. He should be our number one. Then, obviously, next up, you got Burton, who I do expect to be on the bench. I'd be utterly shocked if Burton is started over Coops. I would be shocked. Also, then you've got now I want to say that's Gillespie. I could be completely wrong. Well, that's probably Burton again. That could be Burton. Is that Burton again? Yeah, that's Burton again. That's not Gillespie. That's Burton again. It's because they've covered the freaking number. They've covered the number, the dumb crackheads. Love it. Love it. Joe Edwards in a good mood. Captain of the Argyle team. He's first season, he's captaining us. First season as official captain. Obviously, last year he was vice captain, but because Sawyer was injured, he was pretty much captain. But this year it's official. Edwards is the boss. Well, not quite the boss, but he's boss man's captain. He's in good spirits, as you can see. Aaron saying the season begins. The season does begin tomorrow.
That's what it means.
Been very wet here too. Oh, that's nice. So a pitch is going to be a bit soaked. We love to see it. But that's Joe. He's in good moods as well. Looking at Brandon Purcell. I wouldn't expect him to be starting. Don't worry about that. I'd be shocked if I know starting Brandon Purcell, but you never know. Weirder things have happened. Connor Grant. As you can see, they've all got coats on today, or Cooper. Now, this is a really interesting one. Coops is back in training. How much he's training, I frankly don't have a clue, right? But it's good to see him back. Hopefully, we can get Cooper starting soon, but we'll have to wait and see. Obviously, you got Ryan Hardy as well. I don't know if he'll start. I don't know who he's going to start. But then you got Niall Ennis, and they put Jebko. So they're really, really not showing who's starting. They're not giving any hints. They're literally showing you both of the strikers and goalkeepers. Because I think that's the one that everyone's sort of debating. You'd assume it's going to be Cooper in goal. I'll be shocked if it was Burton. Up front, he could do any three. He could be any three. He could play with Jebko, Hardy, Jebko, Ennis, Hardy, Ennis. It could be all of that. He's definitely playing with two of them. I can confirm that. Definitely playing with two. I'll be shocked if he isn't playing with two. If he's done madness and gone 4-3-3, I'll be utterly astounded. I think that's all of them. Oh no, you got Edwards in game mode. A bit more training with the boys. Conor Grant, he's having a great time. Not wearing the right catapult vest or whatever madness they've got there. Cooper smiling. Great to see him back in training as well. A bit more Brandon Purcell. They're certainly liking that. Now that one is fucking hell. Who's that? Is that Scar? That might be Scar. Looks like Scar. 15 minutes. Donny gonna announce Dahlberg from goalkeeper from Watford on loan for a season exclusive. No idea who he is, if I'm being completely honest. Nippin, big up to Nippin. I want Jorginho to apologise for mocking England. I want Jorginho out the country, but we all don't get what we want. Is there any more? So we've got Dan Scar there. Oh, new signing. We've oh god, his name is complete. Broom. We've got Broom here. Broom is in the building. I don't think he'll be starting. But it's good to see another midfielder. We said that in the Argyle show, though, didn't we? Bit of Adam Randall. I'm so pleased to see him back. Yeah, it's lovely. Didn't know you are Mr. Brexit. I'm not. I just don't like people who mock England. And I don't like Italians at the moment, if I'm being brutally honest with you. But it's great to see Adam Randall on the pitch as well as Broom. That is what I'm calling him from now on. He's just Broom. He is Broom. Love it. I've absolutely no idea. I'm sorry to whoever that kid is. I have no idea who you are. Might be Shirley, actually. I do apologise. I have no idea who you are. It's good to see youngsters training with a first team there. Bit of shooting practice for Ennis. Again, another youngster. I've absolutely no idea who that is. But Scar in training with a bit of Cooper in the back end. Come here, is it wet in Plymouth today? A bit of Joe Edwards as well, and probably give him some tactical advice. Love to see Argyle using the rainbow flags as well for their training pitch. Love it. That makes no difference. Jorginho is Brazilian who should have went to Brazil then. I might have liked him more then. Another youngster, I've no idea who he is. Edwards again. They certainly like taking pictures of Edwards, don't they? Is that all of them? Oh no, bit more Dan Scar. They also quite like taking pictures of Scar. Another youngster. That one is Gillespie. I'm pretty sure that's Gillespie. He signed for Watford undisclosed fee, loaned back to whoever that team is until I've absolutely no idea. He sounds like a decent signing, but I'm just being honest. I've no idea who he is. And then obviously another close up of Coops. I think that's all of them. No, all the youngsters. Argyle, whoever we've got as photographer, a bit of James Wilson there. Whoever the photographer is, he's definitely earning his paycheck this week. A bit more Dan Scar. Stephen Schumacher, love to see it. Love that lad. Good assistant coach to Ryan Lowe, or assistant manager, I shall say. More of Conor Grant. Is anyone we're missing? Got Ryan Lowe. Is anyone missing from training? A bit more of Callum Burton. Close up of Cooper. Why am I saying Cooper? That's Jebko. Ennis, I'm trying to think who we're missing. I don't think, obviously, I know we're missing Burton. Not Burton. Bolton. I know we're missing James Bolton. Basically, people think he should play Championship rival fans from top 6 too. I have no idea. No idea. Same way Hakimi is Dutch, Myers is French, and Close is Polish. Nice. A bit more Venice. I'm trying to see if there's anyone missing, like any injuries. And I think that's the ending of them. That is the ending. So that is all of the photos. Photographer didn't want any more. Just representing countries of ancestors, not the country you're born in. Yeah, well, I'm going to be honest. I would represent the country I was born in. If you want a close up of Venice, there you go. He's on fire today, boys. He's on fire. I know you don't know, but that is what people think, just to show his quality. Yeah, look, I have no idea who he is. He could be a really good signing for all I know, but I don't know him, so I don't. I don't comment on people who have absolutely no idea who they are. But there's a close up of Ennis, but with a close up of this man, because this man is going to light to League One up like fire paper, like a Rizzler with a lighter. He's going to absolutely, hopefully, rip this shit apart. Liam, it is prediction time. What are you going for tomorrow's game? Obviously, you're going to be at the game. You're going to be sat in the away end, I believe. At least I hope you will.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to sit in the home end, am I?
You tell me. Anyway, what's your prediction for tomorrow's game?
I've gone 1-1 for this one.
1-1? Interesting one. I don't predict who I think scoring. That's always a dangerous one. That is always a dangerous one. I am going for a 2-2. I think it is going to be 2-2. I think there will be goals. And whilst I think our defence is good, I can see Ladabo causing us a few issues. So we'll have to wait and see. But this man here, is going to cause some issues. I can make that factual now. He's causing issues for every club he's got to play.
2-1, yeah.
Benny has, for us, has had an island cap over summer, and Coyote plays for under 21s now. To be fair, and I don't mean to disrespect them. I've watched, so we've got a lad called RJ who is Irish, and we've got DC in the chat who's Irish as well, and watching their reactions when playing is quite funny. So I think anyone could play for Ireland at this rate. Do you think Sheffield United will be relegated into League One? Not a chance. Not a chance. I think we'll scrape it 2-1. Yeah, well, Aaron said we could win 2-1. Whatever it is, it's going to be a ridiculously tough game. I can't remember who it was who said if we lose our first game, it bodes bad for the rest of the season. Dowell, yeah. 45 games to fix it if we do lose, lads. So it's not a problem if we do. Now, whilst ideally we'll win it or get a point, whatever which way you want to see it, if we do lose, boys, it's okay. We have got 45 more games to make up for it. So, a loss isn't the end of the world. So I don't want, knowing some idiots out there, if we lose, they'll be like, well, no, oh my God, it's starting again. Don't be a donkey, right? You can lose your first game. You got 45 games to rectify it, right? So let's be serious. True. It doesn't seem hard. It isn't hard from the looks of it. Double relegation's not uncommon. Remember Sunderland. Completely different. Sunderland haven't been relegated for years. Went down to a championship, probably did completely a wrong thing. They brought in Simon Grayson, for fuck's sake. But last season, we saw all three teams that were relegated looking like they could be promoted. So, whilst double relegations aren't uncommon, they are fairly uncommon. You don't, unless you've got financial difficulties, you don't tend to drop down 2 divisions so quickly. So also with parachute payments, ridiculous. They've got parachute payments as well. So Yeah, it is going to be a mad one. 2-1 Argyle with Ennis Jepcott. Hopefully, come on, you Janners. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We can only live in hope. And looking forward to a game, though. First game back in over a year, isn't it? It is over a year.
Yeah.
I mean, our last one was, well, my last one was Mansfield at home about a year and a half ago now.
We won that 2-0.
We did. 3-0.
Oh,
Was it 2-0 or 3-0?
I can't remember.
I know we kept a clean sheet. Yeah, that was my last game. Obviously, because I didn't go to any of the games because obviously it was 1,000 or 2,000 spectators in for that 1 month for League One. And then I don't think I ended up at the Macclesfield game for some reason. Probably it was against Macclesfield. But no, I did go to Mansfield. It was at Home Park and a good game. So that was our last game.
My last one was Grimsby. I'm not quite sure.
Might have been. Nippin says, do you think Plymouth will make the playoffs? I think we've got a chance. Look, the cliche part of this is if our defence works and our attack scores goals, then yes. If either one of them don't have a good season, then no.
It's just
it's very cliche. If our defence keeps the ball out of the net and our strikers put the ball in the net, then yes, I think we can. But I've no idea, yeah. I've no idea. Well, no, our way form ain't too bad. Our form just genuinely ain't too bad. Just last season was an anomaly. Did you see our defence? I think we were after Jepcot at one point. Yeah, we probably told you to fuck off. To put it as politely as possible, Ryan probably told you to do one. We weren't in the mood of letting Jepcot leave. Not a chance. No. As brutal as it may sound, we weren't in the mood to start letting players go. Under previous managers, Jepcot wouldn't have even been playing. If I think of Derek Adams and Sheridan, they would have been like, who the f*** is Luke Jepcot? But now we probably politely told you to do one and look for someone else. Because last season or whenever it was, I did see that a few championship sides were looking at him. Yeah, we weren't in the mood. But then I suppose the good thing is he went to a bit of bad form as well towards the end of the season, which really kept teams off him. And I was like, thank you, Luke. He clearly knew what to do, which was not put the ball in the back of the net, because went for a bit of a dip and teams sort of went away a little bit there, which was nice to see. It's nice to see teams leave our good players alone. But no, it is one of those. Easily one of our better players from last season. Got a lot of goals for us as well. I think he topped. I think he was 4th or 5th or 6th in the top scorers tally. I think he got 16. But first season in League One as well. I think we a lot of people forget about Jepcot. The season he broke in, the first half of that season, he's playing with Truro. Then he comes into League Two, does an absolute madness against Carlisle. Absolute madness against Carlisle. Basically gets a starting position because he was that good. And then last season was his first full season at Argyle in League One. So really tough one. And to get 16 goals, start a season, really good. Also, probably was a bit worn out, you'd think. No fans as well. I presume that someone like Jepcot feeds off the fans. He really does, because it's just that energy that I think Ryan spoke about it. Ryan or no, it was Gary Sawyer. I was watching Argyle TV against, was it Middlesbrough? I think it was Middlesbrough, right? And Gary made a really good point, which was the players really feed off that energy from the fans. They feed off that pressure, because there is a pressure. When there's 12, 13,000 Janos sort of just staring at you going, you're going to put that ball in the back of the net? Are you going to stop being a dickhead and keep the ball out of net? There is that pressure. And I don't think they had that necessarily. I think a lot of it was you're having to build up your own energy. You're having to get your own atmosphere. when the stadiums were empty, and we saw so many away wins last year. So a lot of difficulties there last season. I think Gary made a really good point in terms of the players feeding off that energy, and we all know how big and how far the Green Army travel on an away day. I mean, we've already sold 1,000 tickets for tomorrow's game. I'm sure we're probably going to be pushing with the 1,517 mark for our first away game, which is beautiful to see. So look, it'll be a great away atmosphere. It always is when the Green Army turn up. And we create a noise at away venues as well. Look, we do create a noise. I think the players feed off that as well. And obviously, we all know when you come down to home park, you've got a Devonport end bounce, and you've got the lads in the Lindnurse, and you've got the happy clappers in the grandstand as well. So I think looking at all of that last season, staying up was the priority. We stayed up quite convincingly by the end of it, even though, you know, by the end of it, we were playing basically we were playing how many goals can you concede in one game. Clearly the boys were really up for that. They really wanted to concede a lot of goals, but this season, as I say, fresh defence, new look, should be good. We have a scare last game though. Our first choice goalkeeper got injured, which would have meant we would have had to start an 18-year-old. Oh, ouch. What, for this game? Is he not injured? I would say if he was injured, I'd be like, boys, we're winning. No, look, I do respect Rotherham, even if you did take Ladapo off us. But look, yeah, the atmosphere, we're going to feed off it. But we also have to remember, the Rotherham also have fans. We're not the only team to have fans. So I'm sure the Rotherham players are going to feed off their support from the home fans against us at the New York Stadium tomorrow at 3 p.m. So a 3 p.m. kickoff. Love to see it. Love to see that. Canada Olympic gold for the women's soccer. It's women's football. Yeah, but he's okay now. That's good. That is good. That is good to hear. The Hallberg, here we go, official. Love to see it. Love to see it. Maybe is he better than the goalkeeper he had before? Because if he is, I'll be slightly upset. But look, we are going to wrap it up there. We've been going for an hour, which is brilliant. We've delved into everything we can against Rotherham. We've had a look at our boys and their preparations for tomorrow's away trip against Rotherham at 3 p.m. at the New York Stadium. We'll be live on Sunday. I'm thinking whenever I get a second, probably 1 o'clock, maybe. I don't know if you'll be awake at that time. Maybe in the evening. I know you're going to, maybe in the evening. We'll work it out. Yeah, he's really good.
6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. I can't speak. 6 o'clock, is that all right? Sounds good to me.
Depends if I'm doing a watch along. Yes, maybe 7. Is 7 okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Always.
All right, cool. Yeah, we're doing watch alongs. So the watch alongs we've got for this weekend, before I do that, by a million miles, best goalkeeper since Sam Johnson. Who? Right, cool. Feel like it's 90% Messi stays. No, he's off. They've given his number away, mate. They've given Sergio Roberto number 10. They've given away his number already. Yeah, he's pretty good, love. Decent. So watch alongs this weekend. We've got, starting our weekend, we have got, let me have a look. So it's a championship game we're starting our weekend off with, and we are starting it with, actually, no, I lie. Our first watch along of the weekend is Leicester City versus Manchester City in the Community Shield. That is 5:30, I think. We'll be live at around 5:15. Then later on that day at 8 p.m, we've got Sheffield United versus Birmingham. So that one live from Bramall Lane. Then Sunday, we have got Fulham versus Middlesbrough from Craven Cottage. And then we're finishing our weekend of watch-alongs with Coventry versus Forest. And then after that, you're going to have Argyle versus You're going to have Rotherham versus Argyle, the review, the review of that game on Sunday after those games. So that is going to be that for today. A big thanks to everyone who's been watching. Please do hit that like button and hit that subscribe button as well. And if you are new to the channel, do hit that subscribe button as well. All of that is much appreciated. We'll be back at 6 p.m. with the Chelsea show and the Chelsea boys, or actually Chelsea girl at the moment, because me and Charles doing that. So that'll be really good one. Where did you see that? I saw it on Twitter somewhere. I think Will tweeted out or something. No idea. And then 8 p.m. we got the Liverpool show. So we're back with the Liverpool boys. And then at 10 p.m. RJ is going to be here with the United lot and myself to look at Manchester United signing Varane. And I'm sure he's got other things he's going to be talking about as well. But until then, thanks for watching. Liam, where can they find you, mate?
You can find me on YouTube. The YouTube is underneath my banner there. Twitter, Liam PFC Martin 1, and Instagram, Liam PFC Martin. When RJ does the United show, can you please tell him to read the comments? Like you?
Yes, we'll do. I'll be there as well, so I'll read comments out as well. But yeah, you can also, if you want to find me on Twitter individually, I'm at Niall_PAFC. And this is our first of 46 league match previews. We've got one on Monday, actually. We've got to find a time to do it on Monday. But Argyle versus Peterborough, so that should be an interesting one. What was that?
Not this Monday coming, it's next Monday for Cambridge.
I was on about Peterborough in the cup.
Oh, sorry.
Not a problem. But yeah, we have got Peterborough on Tuesday, so we've got a match preview on Monday. Probably, I'm thinking, before the EFL show, so ideally 4 p.m. or maybe 3 p.m. Maybe we'll just keep it at 3 p.m. actually. That seems like a good shout. 3 p.m. match preview for Argyle versus Peterborough. So make sure you tune in for that.
And then another one the following Monday as well.
Yeah. And then we've got loads. So we've got all of that coming. So make sure you check out all of that. But until then, thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.